Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Ado About Nothing. And today, we get to start exploring our new standard format, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms standard. And here's the deal. So on Wednesday, there was this sneaky early access day. Couldn't stream it, but a day where you got a full account from Wizards to record content. So this is a deck that I recorded on Wednesday, Exalted Deeds combo, and oh man, am I excited for this deck. So let's talk about what Exalted Deeds combo is trying to do in our new standard format. Jump into some games, see it in action. So of course, our namesake card, the Book of Exalted Deeds, 3-mana artifact. If we gain 3 more life, we get to make it 3/3 on our end step. The big deal is you can pay 3 and exile it, and put an enlightened counter on an angel you control, and it gains you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game, only do as a sorcery. So the goal of this deck is simple and straightforward. We're really only trying to do one thing. We are trying to play Book of Exalted Deeds, find a Faceless Haven, get the enlightened counter on a Faceless Haven, and that should win us the game. That's going to give us a land that we will choose not to ever activate again after the one turn we get the counter on it. That essentially makes it so we can't lose, our opponent can't win. We are betting that in standard, our opponents aren't going to have land destruction, which means essentially we just win the game after we assemble this combo, and we don't even have to kill our opponent. We can just sit back, do nothing, comb the beard, and wait for our opponent to draw their entire deck and mill out. And that's all this deck is trying to do. We have a bunch of ways to find our combo. The best piece, Search for Glory, just tutors for a snow card, a legendary card, or a saga, which means it can get Faceless Haven, it can get Book of Exalted Deeds, whatever we're missing, and since we have a bunch of snowlands in our deck, it also gains us 3 life, which means it triggers Book of Exalted Deeds to make an angel to keep us alive. We also got a bunch more card draw. Like I said, we're a full-on combo deck. We're not trying to kill our opponent. We're just trying to assemble this combo and trust that wins the game. Revitalize gains us life, draws cards. Cosmos Elixir gains life, draw a card. Maze Mind Tome gains us life, draws cards. So all these cards work with Book of Exalted Deed to make angels, and dig through our deck to find our combo pieces. One Eye of Vecna we can tutor up with Search for Glory, doesn't gain us life, but does draw us a ton of cards. We also have Selfless Savior to protect our combo. The easiest way for our opponents to beat the combo, since no one plays land destruction in standard, is to kill the Faceless Haven when we are activating the Book of Exalted Deeds. That one turn when it's in creature form. So if our opponent can leave up instant speed removal, that can fizzle the combo. So we try to pick and choose our spot for the combo. Wait till our opponent taps out. We also have Selfless Savior, which we can just sack to give Faceless Haven indestructible as another way to fight through our opponent's removal. Otherwise, we got a ton of removal. We're essentially mono white control, mono white prison, Skyclave Apparition, Glass Casket, a bunch of sweepers and Doomscar and Shatter the Sky, mana base, couple of Amirios Calls, bunch of snow covered lands, Faceless Haven, and that is Exalted Deeds combo. That's our Much Ado deck for this week, so let's jump into some games. See if this new 6-mana combo has what it takes to keep up in Adventures in the Forgotten Realms standard. So thanks for watching, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll be back in a bit with the wrap-up. Looking for some sweet new Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms cards? Well, you can pre-order them all now from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Alright, new standard time. We are Book of Exalted Deeds Wombo comboing in new standard, and we'll see what our opponent's up to. Planes go. We have our book, and we have the Faceless Haven. So we just need a bit more mana. I mean, worst case, I guess we can tutor it up. Ooh. Snarl, eh? Well, planes go. Opponent ops. To the top. Island. Well, land and Book of Exalted Deeds. Pass the turn. Book synergizes pretty well with Search for Glory, because this can gain us 3 life, so worst case it triggers the book. Now, Faceless Haven, Search for Glory. Awkwardly, I think we're just getting a planes, which is kind of hilarious. Pass the turn, get an angel. Go. We need a total of 6 mana to try to pull off the combo, and preferably our opponent tapping out. But then we can Book of Exalted Deeds, Faceless Haven, turn it into a Platinum Angel, and it should be difficult to lose. Opponent, land, cracks. I don't know what our opponent's doing yet. Something with a lot of spells. Opponent, passing. The question with the combo is always, if the opponent's not tapped out, when is it worth going for? Well, get him with the Angel, hit ya. Search for Glory. Get a Book of Exalted Deeds. A Miria's Call. Angel. Maybe we're just going to win with these angels. Search for Glory, tutor, and make a 3/3 is kind of absurd. About it. Cathartic Reunion. Discard some pretty bad rejects. Land. I mean, now we're at the point where if our opponent ever just taps down, we virtually win the game. Like, I don't know how they beat a Platinum Angel. Oh. Alright. I mean, we're going for it. They got no red mana. We're going to go for the combo, and that should do it. Opponent scries to the bottom. Ops. They must be a Demolish deck. Stern Dismissal. Sure. Oh, opponent. Well, I have bad news, which is we are going to turn on Faceless Haven, and we are going to turn it into a Platinum Angel. Cannot lose a game. Your opponents can't win the game. We might as well attack. And now we wait. We kick back. And we do nothing forever. I mean, we can't try to kill our opponent, but we don't need... I mean, I don't think they can answer it. Most standard decks cannot answer a land, and we have a land that's a Platinum Angel. You can't lose a game, your opponents can't win the game. How does our opponent do anything? So I think we just wait for our opponent to mill out. Like, maybe they have land destruction that we don't know about. They haven't conceded yet, but I would be surprised. Opponent hits us. Gonna flash back a spell. That is acceptable. I mean, it's like we have a prison deck in Standard now. We have a prison deck in Standard. Like a combo prison deck that just punishes people for not playing land destruction, even though you can't really play much land destruction because Wizards doesn't print good land destruction in Standard. Huh? You do got to spend the mana. Opponent probably should have got an opt. Stern Dismissal. Sure. Well, we will Book of Exalted Deeds. Search for Glory. Get a Faceless Haven. Just in case our opponent can find a way to deal with a land that's a Platinum Angel. Maybe we do it twice. Opponent mounted and goes to combat attacks. Flashes back Stern Dismissal. Sure. I mean, opponent's doing cute things, but how do you beat the Faceless Haven? Play a land. Skyglaive Apparition. See if we can get rid of this Demolish. Not that we need to, but might as well. We got cards in hand. Alright. Rejected. Oh, actually, we can pay. Let's pay. Not unrejected. Reject does not seem like a great Magic card. Maze Mind's Tome. Yeah. I wonder, does our opponent realize? Do they have an out in their deck? Like, do they realize what Dire Straits are? Draw some cards. Do it. Draw them all. We're waiting for you to mill out. That is our main game plan. I don't know if does our opponent not realize the pickle they're in? They're pickled. They're a whole jar of pickles. Thrill possibility. Wow. Opponent nicely taps down, so we get to do it again. There's gotta be a concession, right? Land. Opponent passes. Well, in that case, we will Faceless Haven. Book of Exalted Deeds. 2 Platinum Angels. Maze Mind's Tome. So now our opponent needs 2 land destruction spells in their standard deck. How? How do they beat this? How do they ever beat this? They don't. It's working. Oh, it's working. I was pretty high on this combo potentially being good, and we'll see. Maybe it will be. The mirror seems miserable. Then, I don't know. I guess the game ends when someone dies in real life. Opponent shocks. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter what our opponent does. Like, they can do whatever they want, unless they can deal with these 2 Faceless Havens that are Platinum Angels with Enlightened counters. Sure, Demolish. Good Magic card. Great Magic card. Wonderful Magic card. Let's draw a card. And I guess we draw a card. And yeah, let's play this so we can draw more cards. and play a Plains and Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of the Demolich. Pass the turn. About it. Alright, 14 cards in their deck, so the mill out is happening soon. Oh, we're entering the greatest standard of all time, opponent. I feel like our opponent is giving up, but they figure might as well just draw my deck and then go out on my own terms. Opponent kills it. Sure, gets a 4/4. Yeah. I still haven't figured out for sure if our opponent knows that they're dead. Down to 15. Demolich. Yeah, let's pay. Draw a card. Play a land, draw a card. And draw a card. And revitalize. And foretell. Pass the turn. I mean, we can go to negative life. It doesn't even matter. I assume our opponent's trying to get us to negative life. They will be in for a bit of a surprise. when our life total goes negative and we do not die, ever. Magma Opus hits us to 12. Opponent. Lethal attack. Oh no. You got us. Alright, down to 0. Yeah. Does our opponent realize now? Opponent's reading Maze Mind's tome. Wondering why you're not dead. Wait, is it Emiria? No. Almost. A little further. A little further to the left. Almost. Okay. You know what? Let's draw a card. Boom. -2. Draw a card. Might as well. I don't think our opponent understands. I think our opponent thinks it's a bug. They think it's a bug, don't they? I think they think it's a bug. Draw a card. Play a land. I mean, I don't even care about Doomscarring at this point. Foretell, so you don't have to consider hand size. Your go, opponent. Plays a land. Yeah, how many cards in the deck? 7. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think they found it. I think they found the source of their problem. Oh, yes! Oh, so good. Well, that's why you play the combo. That's why you play the combo. Oh, so good. So good. All right, new standard time. We are losing die rolls with Faceless Haven deck. Playing some Platinum Angel lock combo. Yeah, we'll keep this. See what our opponent's up to. Speaker of the heavens, so... Alright, looks like a life gain deck of some kind. Well, the Doomscar should be good. Force for our opponent. Prosperous Innkeeper to gain life. Hits us. Passes. Well, land and... Yeah, let's foretell this Doomscar just in case. Ship the turn. Snow-covered plains. Righteous Valkyrie. Yeah, we're probably just going to Doomscar here. Seems worth it. Land Doomscar. Out of here, dorks. Hopefully we keep hitting lands. Opponent. Cleric class. Prosperous Innkeeper. Sure. And Exalted. Well, opponent is out of cards. That's the good news. Well, play Selfless Savior. Yeah, I think we got a Maze Mind's Tome and start scrying for lands. Yeah, we'll wait. Pass the turn. I assume if we can actually find Book of Exalted Deeds and lock it with Faceless Haven, I don't know how our opponent wins. They can't start leveling this up, which is annoying. Although, eventually we should be able to kill it eventually, and we can Wrath eventually. Opponent, combat. Passes. Well, let's scry. See if we can find a land. That's not a land. Untap scry. Really need a land. That's also not a land. Oh god. Oh god. That's also not a land. Well, I mean, Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of this Cleric class. Oh boy. Missing these lands though that is an issue. Pass the turn. Getting rid of Cleric class does help, though. Opponent. Scryland, sure. Alright, the lands will come eventually. They have to. Opponent, passing. Alright, that's a land, so play the land. Cosmos Elixir. Pass the turn. I mean, at some point soon we're going to get Book of Exalted Deeds. Perhaps next turn. Opponent, Faceless Haven. Passes. Well, let's scry. You know what? Let's keep that. That's a lot of card draw, and I do like drawing cards. Cosmos Elixir. Scry. Keep the land. Boy, we've had a hard time hitting lands, but I think we're good now. Now we're drawing 2 cards each end step, which is kind of insane. Wow. Another Cosmos Elixir. Opponent untaps. Cleric class returns. That is good. I mean, we do have another Wrath, which means if they reanimate this Angel, we can just Wrath. And even save our Skyclave, which is nice. Opponent. Passing. Not even leveling up. Okay. Well, we untap. Snow-covered plains. Let's foretell. Selfless Savior. Go. Draw a couple cards. Pass the turn. Maybe our opponent thought they could level this at instant speed. Alright, opponent. Now they will level up. So basically like a... Wow. An opponent scoops it up. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Alright. New standard time. We are trying to lock people with a Book of Exalted Deeds. Well, land go. Sounds actually kind of sweet. We have the Faceless Haven. We can use Search for Glory to get Book of Exalted Deeds and look for our window to win. See what our opponent's playing. Plains, okay. Mountain. Or Blade Master. Let's land in Doomscar. Go. All the Skyclaves. Yeah, that's a clock. Well, we're taking 6. Good golly. Well, snow-covered plains. Doomscar. Yeah, now we just gotta kill this. That's too much damage. Opponent. Plains. Nahiri. Makes a 1/1 equip, so we'll play Faceless Haven. Search for Glory. For Book of Exalted Deeds. Selfless Savior. Go. I mean, I guess the only question is, are we going to be fast enough? Opponent, Kroll. We are back up to 17, which is good. We're taking a ton, which is bad. Ugh. This probably means we got to shatter this guy. Takes down Nahiri. Gets a Fireblade Charger. Ooh, play the land. The problem is dying. Like, so this is 8. We chumped 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we just got to shatter. Unfortunately, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. The amount of pressure we've been under has made it hard to find time to get down Book. We need one more. We need 6 mana. The combo needs 6 mana, so we need 1 more mana. We need to stay alive. Fireblade Charger equips it. Hits us to 6. Nahiri, what are you gonna do? Take down. Gets a Kargan War Leader. Well, let's revitalize. Play the land. Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, I think we hit the mall. Alright, we'll see. This is going to go right to the end. Opponent. Fighter class to get another equipment. Are we going to be just fast enough or just too slow? Maul the Skyclave. We got to fade that double strike thing. The double strike thing gets us for sure. Tap land. They've already played 2 of them, though. Alright, makes a dork. Moves over the equipment. Well, Book of Exalted Deeds. Selfless Savior. Maze Mind's Tome. Well, this is it. Either our opponent kills us or we lock the game next turn. Please, no double strike, dork. Opponent. What do you got? What do you got? Oh! I mean, if we win this, that would be pretty impressive. Our opponent got off to a very fast equipment start. The equipment deck looks like it could be sweet. Do they find lethal? I mean, I guess they could also have instant speed removal, though I'm not especially worried about that. Oh, can they win with Nahiri? Okay. Actually, did our opponent have the win here? So they could 2 mana move over this. Twice the number of equipment. Wow! They spun into the miracle! Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, jeez. All right, new standard time. We are Book of Exalted Deedsing. This hand seems fine. We got card draw at least. Swamp for our opponent. Land and Maze Mind's Tome. Go. Snow-covered swamp. Oswald Fiddlebender, interesting. Well, snow-covered plains. Search for glory. Book of Exalted Deeds. Pass the turn. Have not seen many Oswalds. Opponent gets and hits us. Down to 21. Let's scry. We do need 6 lands, so we'll keep snow-covered plains. Untap. Land. Cosmos Elixir. Go. Draw a card. Opponent. Oswalds us. Yeah. Down to 19. However, we get to Faceless Haven. Book of Exalted Deeds. Revitalize. Gain the life. Turn our elixir back on. Make an angel. And then next turn we get to lock it. Opponent, swamp. Tap out, please. Tap out and die? Eh? How do you feel about tapping out and... Yep, alright. We will scry. But that's game. I mean, that is the power of this deck. That is the power of this deck. Our opponent has to tap out to kill our thing. And we lock it. We just lock the game. We play Faceless Haven. We turn on Faceless Haven. We Book of Exalted Deeds. We make a Platinum Angel land. We pass the turn. We gain some life. And that, I don't know how our opponent wins. I think that just does it. And opponent with the GG. And it's working. It's working. The combos, oh, I don't know if this is going to be good or bad for standard. Like, could you imagine if this is a legit thing? I guess in the short term, if it's a legit thing, people start playing more Field of Ruins to deal with it. In the long term, Field of Ruin rotates. What are you going to do? Play some horrible 4-mana land destruction spell? I mean, I guess it gets better after sideboarding. You can probably sideboard it in, but your main deck, you just can't play stuff like that. Book of Exalted Deeds might be legit. All right. New standard time. We are mono white prisoning with Book of Exalted Deeds, and I mean we'll keep this. New battlefield looks kind of sweet. Shambles, eh? Ooh, treasures. Interesting. Do you have treasure Thoughtseize? They do. All right. Well, you got options. Might have to take the Wrath, but we just have a handful of removal. All right. Takes a glass casket. That's fine. Hits us. Well, we will foretell the Doomscar. Go. Opponent. Hits us. Down to 17. And. Alright. Sacks draws. Make some treasures. More Thoughtseizes. And a land. Well, play the land foretell. Go. Haven't found either combo piece yet, or any card draw, which is awkward. And this Den of the Bugbear is going to start doing its thing. Opponent hits a 16. Well, there's Faceless Haven. That is combo piece 1. Play the land past the turn. Alright, so next up, Book of Exalted Deeds. Opponent, land. Bugbear. Attacks. Kill it. Untap. Land. Come on. We got the mana. Actually, we should revitalize here. We want the book. We need the book. Well, pass the turn. Book of Exalted Deeds, and we should be good about it. They can keep bugbearing us. Yeah, here it comes. Hits us. Down to 10. Treasure Dork. Revitalize. Book? Yes. Okay. Land. Book of Exalted Deeds. Doomscar. All right. I think maybe we're good. Opponent sees a Faceless Haven. They know what's coming. Can they beat it? Do they have an answer? Instant speed removal does stop it here. If we draw another land for this Selfless Savior, that would help make sure instant speed removal doesn't get us. Or we can wait, opponent. Oh. Oh. Okay, game. Easy. Easy life. Easy life. Opponent. Reanimate. Well, I mean, I guess they could have instant speed removal off of the treasures. Maybe that's what they were thinking? I mean, we're going to go for it. Actually, are we going to go for it? Let's Doomscar. I think we can wait. Doomscar. Sweep the board. Oh, they didn't have it either. All right. Gets a bunch of treasures. We will Selfless Savior. Maze Mind's Tome. Oh, we had the fear. If we had went for it, we would have had it. Our opponent didn't have the answer. Opponent. Goldspan Dragon. Hits us. Treasure. Down to 7. Now let's scry. Miria's called to the bottom. Untap. Scry. Elixir to the bottom. Draw. Well, I mean, yup. Let's see if we get punished. Faceless Haven. And opponent does not have the answer. Mono white print. It's too good. It's too good. There's no answers. There's no answers. Whoa, so good. All right. Book of Exalted Deeds still proving its worth. Next week. Next week. All right. New standard Book of Exalted Deeds. Mono white prison combo? Prison combo. That's probably the best description for the deck. It's like mono white prison control with a hopefully game-winning combo. Sounds fine. I mean, draw cards, kill stuff. Draw cards, kill stuff. Hopefully find combo pieces. Win. Land. Go. See what our opponent's up to. Forest. Ooh, Book of Exalted Deeds. That is what we like to see. Maze Mind's Tome. Go. About it. I'm not actually sure that we run this out yet, though. Quandrix Apprentice. Huh. Okay. You know what? I think we actually do. Book of Exalted Deeds. Go. Because it's uncounterable. Well, once we get Book of Exalted Deeds down, the rest of the combo is uncounterable. Oh boy. Opponent's going to be drawing some lands here in a minute. Opponent combat. Attacks. Now we're mostly looking for lands. Not a land. I mean, we'd love to just find a land in Wrath. That is the best case here. All right, that's a land. We will keep it. Untap land. Shatter the Sky. Out of your dorks. Pass the turn. The question is, do we keep scrying? Quandrix Cultivator. Probably. Yeah, let's scry. Now we need Faceless Haven. Ooh, all right. That does find it. And it makes a dork, which is nice. Search for Faceless Haven. Play it. Gain some life. Well, now all we need is a land. If we draw a land and our opponent doesn't have an instant speed way to deal with Faceless Haven, which they're Simic, so they shouldn't. That should just win the game. We can even scry for the land. Opponent. Quandrix Command. Okay. Gets and hits us. Well, let's scry. See if we can hit that land. Gain some life. And untap land. Untap land. Do we go for it, I guess, is the even bigger question. Our opponent just showed a Quandrix Command. That bounces a creature. That could fizzle. I think it's fine because we have another Book of Exalted Deeds. Faceless Haven. Book of Exalted Deeds. Okay. And that's a game. Too easy! Coma. I have never been less scared of Coma. I mean, maybe our opponent has random land destruction. It's not impossible. Sure. Land. Book of Exalted Deeds. This combo might actually be legit. Worst case, I could see this combo being pretty devastating best of one. Like, I could imagine people like, we'll see. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I could imagine people not liking this combo in best of one. In best of 3, you can play sideboard cards for it, but there's just no way you can play janky land destruction. And most colors don't even have janky land destruction. In in best of in best of 3, in best of 1, you just can't do it. There's no way you can do it. Opponent, sure. I mean, I don't think we do anything. Opponent hits us. We'll see how long it goes before our opponent concedes. Sure. Sure. Oh, well, this makes it easier. Faceless Haven. Well, this will give us a little more safety. Activate. When does our opponent realize that they just can't win? This combo's so good. It's so good. Oh, yeah, Buck. Make it a Platinum Angel. And now we don't even try to play Magic. Opponent has 45 cards in their deck, so worst case, 45 turns from now, the game should end. Opponent they do what they want. They can complete their dungeons. They can omniscience. Do it all. Have your fun, opponent. Just know that we will not be losing this game, and you will not be winning it. I mean, the thing about this combo that makes it so good, the other part of it is, it's also our win condition. We don't even have to try to kill our opponent. This isn't like, okay, we have a worship that's going to keep us alive for a while. This is, we can't lose the game, you can't win it. So the win condition is, eventually our opponent's going to draw their entire deck, unless they can kill 2 lands somehow with their standard deck, which is incredibly unlikely. This combo might actually be legit. Or at least it might be legit enough that people are going to have to build their decks to fight it. I don't know, maybe they got Field of Ruins. It's possible. Not likely, but it's possible. Opponent thinking on their scry, timing out. I mean, nothing they do matters, unless they can kill the Faceless Havens. So good about it. Oh, I mean, well, I don't know. The other nice thing about this deck is it gives you time to comb the beard. When you can't lose, you might as well. Opponent, is this salty roping? It might be. Salty roping during early access day. Looks pretty good. Maybe clip your fingernails, do the beard. Have a drink, take a nap. And then eventually you win. Wow. After great deliberation, POTUS cries to the bottom. I can't believe they're staying in this game. Hits us. Negative much. Well, I will say, it seems unlikely that we're going to get to draw many cards with this Cosmos Elixir. We could kill Eliwick. I don't even care, though. Like, sure. Grow your creatures. Up to negative 13. Coma, this game is going to get ridiculous if our opponent doesn't scoop. Ventures. I think our opponent's going to complete every dungeon. They're going to have a absurd board full of Coma's coils. We're going to be at like negative thousands, and it's not going to matter. That's my guess. Okay, sure. Can't activate it. That's fine. Not an activated ability. It sits there. Yeah. That's a good attempt. Hello. Opponent hits us. It's just a static ability. That was a good attempt by our opponent to find a way through this, but it doesn't actually work that way because it's not an active. We don't gotta have it be a creature. Like, it just always is on. Could make angels. I don't think that's necessary. We will pass the turn. Does our opponent actually have a way to beat this? I'm amazed that our opponent has not conceded yet. That was a nice attempt, but yeah, not exactly how it works. I mean, I kind of want to see Dungeon of the Mad Mage completed. That's a long one. I've never seen anyone complete Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Well, I guess today will not be the day because Book of Exalted needs Faceless Haven, mono white combo prison. Too good. I love this deck. I can't believe we're doing this in standard. This is like, it's janky and it's 2 pieces of art, but this is giving those Blood Moon ensnaring bridge lock feelings, troll worship lock feelings. Normally I only get that from Modern. I don't think I've ever been able to play a standard deck that had this sweet of a like prison-y, janky outfield, which is so cool. Well, that was good. That was good. All right, we are mulliganing. I think we're mulliganing. We're trying to Book of Exalted Deeds combo. This hand has all... Man, you know what? We're keeping this. I've never claimed to not be incredibly greedy. One land, one keep. That's our unwritten rule. Boom. Rewarded, rewarded, rewarded. I have Vecna draw a card. We got there, we got there. Opponent. Land and foretells. Well, Amiria's called tapped. Pass the turn. Wow, I cannot believe we kept that one lander in and it ended up working out. Multiple choice, interesting. Interesting. Opponent plays a land. We're going to stop doing that. We will... Well, I think we got a Book of Exalted Deeds while our opponents tap down. They could definitely be a counter deck. Now that we have this down, counters are not as much of a concern. We just got to dodge removal. Ruin. Interesting. Pings us. Well, let's search for glory. Get a land. Gain some life. Play the land. Maze Mindstone. Yeah. Well, now we are to the point of the game where we just hope our opponent taps out. If our opponent taps down, we lock him. Game. I can't believe how good this is. Boda hits a sure. Sure, sure, sure. Casted, what's a dragon? Galazeth Prismari. Actually, that makes a treasure. Rowan. Will. Let's cast a will. The other side. The other side of your Planeswalker. We are going to try to play it a little carefully. Okay, multiple choice. Well, I think that means we win. It's as simple as that. Opponent, sure. Does it all. Gonna bounce our stuff. Very, very nice. Ooh. Oh, okay. Opponent tapped out anyway. Let's put the land to the bottom now. Well, unless our opponent has surprise... Unless our opponent has a surprise way to kill a land, that should be it. So play a land. Fire up Faceless Haven. Book of Exalted Deeds. And we got the GGs, and our opponent scoops it up, and the combo is insane. Oh my god. Well, yeah, pretty good. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. I don't know what to say anymore. Busted. Busted. Broke it. Broke it. Day one. Day -1. Not even official release day yet. Broken. Alright. New standard time. We are Book of Exalted Deeds, Wombo, Combo, Prisoning, Mono White Prison, Mono White Combo, I don't even know. I don't know what to call it, but this deck's sweet. That sounds fine. We don't have Exalted Deeds, but we have Faceless Haven, and we got some removals. Shambling Ghast, sure. Zombies, maybe? Opponent hits us. Land. Ooh, Minion of the Mighty. Well, Minion of the Mighty must die. There's just scary things that can happen if that lives. Like, there's combos. Not super practical combos, but there are combos. Well, Amiria's call. Opponent gets in, hits us. Magda. Play a land. Cosmos Elixir, go. I mean, we need 6 mana to pull off the combo anyway. So it's probably... Well, we are going to have to play Book of Exalted Deeds at some point. Opponent hits us. Cosmos Elixir. I think 2 is better than 1. So we go up to 21. And, ooh, Even Lich. That's spicy. That is a clock. Even Lich is a good card. Oh my god, and Goldspan Dragon. All right. That's some damage. I mean, thankfully we do have this Doomscar, but yikes, that is a smacking. Well, Doomscar. If our opponent does this properly, all right, never mind. I was gonna say our opponent could have cracked the treasures with the when they still had Goldspan to get the 4 mana to replay even to. Oh my god. Sure. We are dying. Magda. Oh. Okay, we're not dying. Doomscar. Doomscar, gain some life. Hopefully next turn we can get down this Book of Exalted. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Make your treasures. That's fine. Book of Exalted Deeds. Skyclave Apparition. Get rid of the Painter. And, I mean, we got the combo for next turn. And these Cosmos Elixirs are getting us ridiculous amounts of life. Cosmos Elixir is kind of a sweet card that doesn't see any play. Opponent, Crushy Crusherton, sure. But, well, let's see if our opponent knows about the combo. Bone Crusher. Now play a land. Turn on Faceless Haven. Book of Exalted Deeds. And game. I might as well play this. Alright, well, now our opponent is allowed to dragon us as much as they'd like. Because we just can't lose. This combo's actually really good. I'm kind of shocked at just like how effective this is. It seems real. Opponent. Life flashing before their eyes, goes attacking, will block, might as well. They can get back this. Oh, what happened to their even lich? Oh, there it is. Well, play a land. Search for glory. Gain some life. Let's take Book of Exalted Deeds. Playbook. Pass turn, get an angel, gain some life. Opponent realizes there's no possibility of winning and scoops it up. That keeps happening. It keeps happening. Maybe this is actually legitimately busted. Well, we'll see. So what do we learn this week about Exalted Deeds combo in Adventures in the Forgotten Realm standard? And the combo was insane. We went 7-1. Kind of just crush people. We definitely learned that people do not have a way to deal with lands. Like, that's just not a thing that exists. No one's playing Field of Ruin, although technically they could. And then the rest of the land destruction in standard is just really bad, so you can't really main deck it. So the combo was unbeatable. Every single time we pulled off the combo, it was enough to win the game. It's surprisingly easy to find. Thanks to Search for Glory, all of our card draw, we really didn't have a problem finding it. And it was very easy to find a window to turn Faceless Haven into a creature safely, either protecting it with Selfless Savior or just waiting till our opponent has to tap out for something, and then we pull off the combo, and then the game essentially just ends on the spot. Sometimes it continues for a few turns because our opponent doesn't actually realize that they can't possibly win the game, but it was game ending every single time. So I actually think that this combo has a lot of potential in standard. It seems like it could be a legitimate deck, I think, especially for Best of One. We're playing Best of One today because that was the option for the early access recording day, but I think in Best of One, this combo could be a new legitimate top tier thing, because how are you going to defeat it? In Best of 3, you can play sideboard cards for it. You can sideboard in Field of Ruin, or maybe main deck Field of Ruin. You can play Cleansing Wildfire. You can even play janky 4-mana land destruction, like the bad standard land destruction. So there are things you can play in your sideboard. In Best of One, you just can't really afford to do that. You can slot Field of Ruin into your deck before rotation, but that's leaving in a couple months anyway, but you can't really afford to clutter up your deck with janky, horrible land destruction spells. So I think this could be a very legitimate option for Best of One, and in Best of 3, I think it still has potential. In Best of 3, I think the important thing is going to be moving forward to have more of a plan to kill the opponent. Like, this deck was built on the theory that our opponent was not going to be able to deal with Faceless Haven, and I think that's true. If you look at the most played decks in Standard, Best of 3, Best of 1, doesn't matter. Decks are not prepared to deal with a land. Like, the land, the Faceless Haven, is going to stick around. If we can pull off the combo, it should win the game. But in Best of 3, players can adjust to this. They can add land destruction to their sideboard. They can play more Field of Ruins. So there is ways to interact with the combo. If it becomes really popular, people can sideboard for it. So in Best of 3, I think what we need to do is have another plan for winning the game. This deck didn't care about winning the game. We trusted 100% that the combo was going to win the game, and we were 100% right. The combo did always win the game by making it so we couldn't lose the game. Our opponent's going to mill out eventually. They just scoop it up. But in Best of 3, I think having maybe a transformational sideboard plan to some extent, not that we got to take the combo out, but having some big threats we can bring in. Maybe being in some big dragons, other big finishers, maybe go for like an aggro plan. We already have Skyclave and Selfless Savior. Maybe we bring in Seasoned Hollow Blades and other aggro white creatures and minimize our reliance on the combo. We can still have the combo, but we also need another way of killing our opponent, I think. But all in all, Exalted Needs combo, the deck felt insane. Like, it was way, way better than I expected. I was hyped for it. I thought it was going to be good as soon as it was spoiled, and it exceeded my expectations by a lot. Like, I actually think the combo has a lot of potential in Standard. Worst case, people are going to have to adjust their decks to try to beat it, and that's already kind of a win if the combo is good enough to make people play a bunch of bad sideboard cards. Best case, people aren't prepared for it, and you just win the game for 6 mana with 2 cards, with one of them being a land. So that is Exalted Needs combo. That's our first look at Adventures in the Forgotten Realms Standard. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.